Zara Joy Ayazi, the senior from Arizona, is seated first after prelims. She got fourth on the 3-meter springboard a few days ago, and 3 of her 6 dives off the 10-meter platform earlier received over 60 points. However, Michelle McLeod and Catherine Grant have the highest degree of difficulty in the field. They're seated second and third. So the name of the game will be consistency. Whoever puts together the most consistent list will win the diving contest tonight. She got second in this event last year. She's known as a platform specialist. And that'll prove why she's a platform specialist. She has a great takeoff, good ankles on this inward takeoff, keeps the chest up, good pike come out, confidence, and a great rip entry. Solid start for McLeod. She got fourth on 3 meters. She's seated first heading into tonight. I loved what her coach, Dwight Dumais, said about her, what she's meant to this team as a senior. Great ankle snap, beautiful pike position. She's so flexible, basically kissing her knees in the air. Her pike is beautiful. Setting up her arms, wanting to keep her shoulders over her hands for maximum balance. Nice entry. Lisa Lucas has some of the best rips, but didn't quite hold the handstand at the top as long as the judges would have seen. So if she could hold it a little bit longer, those scores would be even better. Great hurdle approach. That's the little gallop the diver does to the end of the platform. She sets this dive up really nice. Arms all the way up, tight pike. Her pike come out is beautiful. She knows where this dive is. All the confidence in the world getting in the water for that one. That hold on the top of the handstand is what the judges are looking for. She held that handstand for several seconds, showing that control at the top. Then gets a good press off of the platform to get into the pike, get this dive moving, and knows exactly where to stop it and line it up. Does a great job of controlling the top of that handstand. You saw her leg wobble a little bit, but she stayed strong, pressing up into that handstand, showing that control at the top. Beautiful pike in the air, just a little bit short of vertical. The cheering squad has every reason to be loud after these first 3 dives that she's put together. Aggressive takeoff, folds into the pike, sees her spots, knows exactly where this dive is. So impressed by Langley Peterson, what she's been through, recovering from the elbow injury and the surgery, getting back up on 10-meter, hitting these dives, putting together a consistent list of 10-meter dives is incredible. The adversity she's faced and how she's come back. She was third last year in this event. She upgraded her list to doing more dives off 10-meter. Doing a great job up there, strong jump, pushes it a little bit away from the platform, a little further than she would like, causing that pull on the entry as well. The takeoff directly affects the entry of the dive. Britton James is one of 5 finalists returning from last year, but he stood above a very experienced group of men in prelims. And let me tell you, he is the latest successful international diver to come out of the TCU program. The sophomore had an incredible prelims. 3 of his 6 dives received 9s. His highest scoring dive was his 5th round dive, his back 1.5 with 3.5 twists. It received 84.14 points. Gage is so powerful and strong, gets such a big jump off the end of the platform. That nice balance on the inward of getting those hips up but also pushing the dive back a little bit to get that momentum spinning. Good ankle snap, great jump, even better entry. Gets a really good takeoff off the tower. Plenty of time to come out and just absolutely put on a show with that entry. Handful of nines, 70-point, 20-point dive. Oh, stunning. You hear the crowd going crazy. Great jump getting into the tuck. Pikes out of this dive, plenty of time. Disappears in the water, 74-20. Handful of nines, 8.5s, 9.5s, and that was deserved. Every diver has their different way of setting up their specific dives. He knows that's a good one. Came up right away, looks at the scoreboard, has a really good jump, gets this dive stuck, which he should. Kicks at his spot, lines it up. He has such a great entry on platform. This dive displayed it beautifully. His coach, Richard Marshner, told me before this event, he goes, Elias is not the biggest fan of platform, but he's a competitor. So he gets up there, he does his dives, and he nails them for his team. 81-60 for Peterson to close out his platform. Wastes no time, gets to the end of the tower, sets up, does his dive, absolutely drills it, needs 59.85 to win. Stands this dive up, great job from the twist into the pike. 72 points, will win him this event. Fantastic finish for him. Zara Joy Ayazi of Arizona and TCU's David Ekdahl are looking to make a big statement in their final Big 12 Conference Championship. We'll start with Zara of Arizona, the senior. She put together a fabulous preliminary competition, setting her up well for the finals tonight. She has finaled last year in all three events. She's earned a 4th place, a 5th place, and a 7th place, but tonight she's going for gold. And David Ekdahl, the graduate senior for TCU, the defending champion in this event, is looking to capitalize and go back-to-back on the men's 3-meter. He's got the highest degree of difficulty in the entire competition. Shu-In Lai won the 1-meter springboard yesterday, so she's looking for her 2nd win this week and her 2nd Big 12 win on 3-meter. She boasts the biggest degree of difficulty in the event, and we'll see if she can execute under the lights of finals again tonight. Gorgeous dive. Callie placed 4th in this event last year. She has experience diving in the finals on 3-meter in particular. Fabulous hurdle setup. Gets the arms all the way through, tight pike, comes out above the springboard, absolutely rips the entry. She won this event in 2024. She's cool, calm, and collect under the pressure of finals. Great inward takeoff, gets this dive moving, stops it with a confident come out. Fabulous first dive. Great entry. Love the rip pop on the bottom just to add the icing on the cake. Chest leans forward slightly on the start, pushing her away from the diving board. If she could make that spin up and in a little bit more, that would pick up the points. Beautiful. Controlled, poised, from takeoff to finish. Great hurdle setup, gets her arms all the way through, does the 2nd 1.5 open pike. That's how much height she has and how strong she is. She gets 9s, a total of 66 points for Lai. It's all about a strong hurdle setup in this one.
must have heard me because that hurdle takeoff was beautiful. Great setup for this front 3.5. All the confidence, she's loose, lets the board spring her into the air all the time in the world to just line this dive up. Beautifully done. The higher degree of difficulty, the more pressure. Put it on this lady, shoe and lie, she can do it. Great hurdle takeoff. Beautiful pike position and come out. Disappears in the water. 77.50 on this dive. You can hear the Utah crowd going insane behind me, and rightfully so. This was a fantastic dive, high degree of difficulty dive. Lets the legs come up, spins this dive up, comes out of it like a reverse 1.5 pike. Fabulous dive. Arizona crowd going crazy right behind me. Good hurdle setup. She spins so fast, kicks out at the 3 meter. All the time in the world to just line that dive up. Does a great job on the takeoff of this dive, keeping her chest over her toes, letting the board come up. She gets the dive stuck, stops it with a commanding square out, and a great entry to top it off. Love her takeoff here. Watch her head and her chest on the takeoff. She keeps her head up and her chest up, driving this dive up and over the springboard with a clean entry. When you think of a perfect hurdle setup for a reverse 2.5 pike, this is what you think of. Gets to the end of the board, gets her arms all the way through, lets the board spring her into the air, pikes out at the 3 meter. Beautiful pike save and entry, 67.50. Volosian, again, a freshman in this contest. Crowd is going crazy, as they should. What a finals she has had. Great takeoff, so much power. She's only a freshman. She has so much ahead of her. I'm excited to see what her career brings. I love his patience on the end of the springboard. You want to be patient and let the board do the work for you. He gets his arms all the way through at the end, keeps his chest up. Great entry on the bottom. If a full out isn't hard enough, add an extra twist. He is so strong and in control of this dive. A huge dive, great hurdle setup, shows command in the pike, then in the twist. Fabulous entry on the finish. There's our defending champ. He has incredible power. His jump, his takeoffs, his in the air position and entries. He's just an all-around amazing diver. Great hurdle setup, gets his arms all the way through, nearly touches the 7.5 meter platform, and then absolutely rips the bottom.
That might be a good one there, Natalie.
That was more than good. My goodness, the entry on this dive was flawless. Great hurdle setup. pike position, easy transition in the twist, absolutely rips this entry. Huge dive, 76.50 for Peterson. Fabulous dive. High degree of difficulty dive, a 3.3. Look at this hurdle setup, narrow arms, right into the twist, tight pike, so much control. That is a lot of dive to do. Peterson is having a day. Perfect hurdle setup, beautiful pike positioning. I love his pike outs of these dives. He comes out, unfolds, has all the time in the world to just line it up, and he has beautiful lines and clean entries. Did a nice job of getting this dive to vertical. It looked like he was going to kick short. Had a good back press, folds into the pike. But you see how his legs almost looked like they were going to go short of vertical, and then he was able to get them straight up and down. Very impressive. I just want everyone to enjoy the Nat sound of Utah absolutely going insane behind me. Elias, perfect hurdle setup, beautiful rip entry. I mean, he is on his A game tonight.
There it is again, Natalie.
I mean, Peterson and Hernandez are just feeding off each other. I feel like they are just competing with one another. Great hurdle takeoff, folds into the pike, pikes it out. Perfect entry. I mean, the support in this building is unreal. He even gets 2 nines on that dive. Beautiful finish. Great event for Luke Hernandez. He trusted his hurdle. He was aggressive on the takeoff. And what a pike out. He needs 65.90 for first place, and he does it. He gets 68.20. Shuin, congratulations. Back-to-back titles on the 1 meter. Take us through your diving event.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited for that. Thank you for my teammate and my coach. Support me. They help me to get back.
Richard, we're only in day 2 of the competition, and Utah has made a big impact. Let's first start with team diving. You sweep the men and the women's competition. How were you able to do that?
I mean, I've been talking to the team about, we didn't automatically, just magically get better. It was just belief in ourselves to really finish what we do and just know that every time we get up there, we have an opportunity to do something special.
You officially transferred your citizenship to the U.S. for L.A. How does competing in the Big 12s prepare you for the Olympic Games?
I think since now they added the 50s of stroke into LA, and I'm trying to make my 4th event, hopefully the 50 free, but I still got a lot of work to do.
Congratulations on an incredible swim, dropping 6 seconds. What was your initial reaction when you looked at the scoreboard?
I really did not expect that at all.
Jolie, congratulations, back-to-back titles in this event. How hard does this gold medal hit as a senior?
I mean, this is really like the last time I'll be here swimming the 100 breast in front of my team, so it's definitely really emotional, but I'm super excited. I'm super happy. This means so much to me, and to have my team with me, to have my best friend and my best swim partner next to me, and to see her go that fast as well, it means a lot.
Cayman, your first Big 12 title, an NCAA qualifying time. Take us through that race.
Oh, it just meant everything to me. It's been such a great season of hard work and stuff, and having 2 of my other cats in the heat with me just meant so much, and it was I'm proud of myself for winning.
Adam, your second individual title here at Big 12s, and a new meet record. How special was this win as it's your last Big 12 Conference Championship?
Yeah, obviously it's a little different, me swimming two back.
What was your initial reaction when you looked at the scoreboard and saw you were sub 15?
I was pretty surprised. I mean, you dream all year to go best times like that.
Michelle, you were second in this event last year. This year, gold. What does this medal mean to you?
It means so much, and I worked so hard. Last year wasn't the performance that I wanted, and so this year I just really wanted to come back and show what I was capable of more than anything.
What should we be paying attention to in the diving wall this week?
Oh, so much, and I'm so excited for the team diving event. Our version of the relay, right? So TCU men and Houston women are really hungry to defend their team diving titles and become the first schools to ever win it twice. This young lady right here, the junior, Michelle McLeod, returns to Houston, a solid springboard diver, but a platform specialist. So she will be highlighting Houston's team diving event this evening. And as for the men, this gentleman right here, David Ekdahl, he's won multiple Big 12 championships on the 1 meter springboard and on the 3 meter springboard as well. So he will make a big impact for the TCU Horned Frogs. With the handstand dives, the judges are looking for that control. We saw it first with TCU. We're seeing it again with Utah. Really good job pressing up into the handstand, holding it at the top the way the judges want to see, and getting a good punch off of the platform, and finishing it up with a clean lineup.
Kansas getting ready for round 2 up on the 10 meter.
That whistle was a signal from the head judge for the diver to stop.
Lisa Lucas Van Llewellyn, Kansas, 614B from 10 meters.
So they re-announce her dive, and now she's gonna start it again. That can be quite alarming for a diver, especially when you're on 10 meter, you're doing an arm stand, you're trying to be focused. So here she is setting up her arm stand double again. Really nicely done. Beautiful rip entry. That's really the first loud rip hop we've heard. Does a beautiful job setting up the handstand. Great position in the air and just lines it up like a lineup. A rip is the noise you make when you really line up strong off the platform. It's a very loud noise. Beautiful dive. In this team diving event, you have to cover all the categories: front, back, reverse, inward, twister. She does a really nice job with this back 2.5. Great takeoff. Pikes out of it. She sees her spots, and a fabulous entry. Love her takeoff. I love her jump. Fabulous back 2.5 tuck. This is going to be big for Arizona. She gets a deep squat, lets the board take her up in the air, comes out like a back dive, disappears in the water. 8.5s. Great takeoff. I really liked that inward takeoff. Did a nice job of driving the power down and up to get this dive spinning in the air, making 2 flips above the 3 meter.
48.6.
And lining up the entry. On the twisting dives, those judges are looking for that control on the square out to stop the dive. I think she does a really nice job of that. Starting square with the board, but squaring out on the entry, just leaving it a hair short. Nice takeoff. She was aggressive, kept her chest up, was patient with the diving board, but you can see she's a little frustrated because she washed past vertical on the entry, but a great takeoff, just buried the head and causing her legs to wash by. effort you want to put down in an event like this. Under pressure, executing your dive to the best of the ability. Great takeoff. Finds her spots. Pike saves on the bottom. Over 60 points on the dive. Great takeoff, which sets up the dive, the momentum in the air. She knows exactly where this dive is. Good deep squat getting into the pike. Seeing her spots unfolding. Really good handstand dive from the control at the top until the lineup. He had a great rip entry. Gets a really nice handstand. Good push off the tower, getting into the twist, squaring it out, ripping the bottom. Great start for TCU. Really good concentration on the top of that handstand. He was wobbling a little bit at the top, but secured that core control to keep that arm stand steady at the top. Has a good pop to get into the twist, full control on the bottom. Did you count the flips, Kyle?
I tried.
Or is he spinning so fast, you can't keep up?
That's going to be a big number, and it is 81-70 for TCU.
David Ekdahl, a springboard specialist, 4.5 somersaults in the tuck position, and could probably even add another flip. He just executes this dive so well. Wow. Great dive. Fantastic handstand. I love how Luke Hernandez kicks up into that arm stand, has the control. He has beautiful long and lean lines when he comes into the water, clean entries. That will be big points for Arizona. He had a good stretch on the end of the hurdle. He has so much power getting this dive done above the 3 meter. Making this dive look super easy for him. Arms all the way through. Hips go out quite a bit, but look at all that time he had to pike out and just line the dive up all day. Great execution. Forward 2.5 somersault in the pike position with 2 full twists. This is a lot of dive going on right here. Patient with the hurdle setup, lets the board drive him up, squares out that twist. It was so fun to see the whole swim team just stop watching Lane Stallworth on the 10 meter. And they're cheering out of control because that was a fantastic arm stand, 63.55 points.
Not for long.
Utah putting on an absolute show. Beautiful dive from the takeoff to his in-air position, squaring out the dive, ripping the bottom.